Welcome back to another episode of Album Book Club EP Reviews. This is our host, Carson.
Hello.
And of course, I am Steven. Today we will be reviewing Ed Sheeran and Yelawolf's EP, collaborative EP, titled The Slumdon Bridge. This EP was created shortly after Yelawolf's signing to Shady Records in 2011. This EP actually came out in 2012. I honestly don't really know how Ed Sheeran and Yelawolf got together, but I believe it was through Shady Records.
Oh, probably. That's a pretty big connection.
Yeah, some connection that Eminem must have had. But yeah, Yelawolf, especially at this time, is very heavily influenced by Eminem. This was right after his big breakout with his album Drunk Music 0 to 60, which came from a previous mixtape titled Drunk Music. Some more songs were added or redone, touched up a little bit, and then brought out into an album in 2010. And then, of course, he signed in 2011. And then we got this soon after his first studio album, Radioactive, with Shady Records. And we see some of those themes from that album on the album art of this EP as well, which I thought was a cool touch. But anyways, getting into the first song on the EP, it is called Slumdon Bridge. Personally, I thought this was a great start to the EP.
Oh, for sure. I think it was a really solid start too. The flow was really cool.
Yeah.
And some of the background pieces, I don't know why, it kind of reminded me of old Western movies.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
And that's the vibe with a lot of Yelawolf's music is
Wasteland, because he has that radioactive symbol as like his thing, right?
Well, that was for like that, I guess, that era of his music, but I think it more so like the old country influences.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
He's a rapper from Alabama. And he's very vocal about that. So you see a lot of the country influence in his music, especially later on, which is some things that I had to say about later songs as well. But no, very, very Americana feeling, especially with Ed Sheeran's chorus on that song.
Oh yeah, he's just a fantastic singer. Obviously, that doesn't really have to be stated. I think it goes on a little too long, but the chorus is pretty fun. I think it's catchy.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly has such a 2010s, like early 2010s sort of feeling.
For sure.
Like I got the feeling of like Not Afraid by Eminem.
Yeah. I gave this song an 8 out of 10.
That's fair.
That was pretty good.
I gave a song a 7.8 out of 10, which is jarring considering that I'm probably the biggest Yelawolf fan that most people know, unless there's some fanatic that like I don't know about. But no, this does feel like a song off his later albums, like Child by Fire, which great album. Check that out too. But that takes us into the next song. That is You Don't Know, or For Fuck's Sake, which is the parenthetical title. Honestly, it's such a fun song. Ed Sheeran rapping was kind of a big surprise.
That was a super big surprise to me, especially with how well it was done.
Yeah.
Like he really killed it. The background is also crazy good. Yelawolf does some insane stuff vocally here. And I just think it's like a really sick kind of tone and vibe throughout the piece.
Yeah, 100%. Honestly, Yelawolf just kind of went in as usual. He's a big lyricism and like wordplay guy.
I could tell
like,
based
double
on this kind of
entendres,
music.
like hella, like a ton of double entendres, all kinds of wordplay, crazy rhyme schemes. But he does it in a way while he's still also trying to tell a story. So I really appreciated that with the song specifically, but it did just kind of feel like a more like fun, catchy sort of vibe.
Yeah. What'd you rate?
I rated the song an 8 out of 10.
I gave it a 9.
Nice.
I thought it deserved it.
Hell yeah. I appreciate that.
It got a bonus point for Ed Sheeran rapping on it, and
That's
that was
fair.
a surprise.
That's fair.
Like, it was just too good not to give it a bonus point for.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I'm not a first-time listener of this EP. I've been listening to it since, like, 2017.
Yeah, so it didn't sucker punch you like the way it did me.
No, but at first it definitely did. I was like, what? Who got Ed Sheeran to rap? Nonetheless, it's Yelawolf.
Yep.
That's just crazy. But nonetheless, that takes us into the third song, which is Faces. I honestly, like, I love Yelawolf, as I've said, and as I will continue to say for the rest of my days. But I'm not a fan of this beat. I'm really not. This was such a dated, like, type beat. I mean, it was just so busy. There's so much going on. There's synths, there's drums.
It really feels that like chaos kind of like early 2010s. Throw everything at it at once.
Yes.
You know, just make the beat as hard as humanly possible. Make it hit like a dump truck.
Yeah, it feels overproduced.
It does,
in my opinion. Not to say that the production's bad. It's good production, but there's just like a little bit too much there for me personally. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that kind of reflected in the flow. I mean, it's kind of just difficult to find a cadence over a beat like this when it's jumping all over the place.
But can we talk about just how well they weaved their two styles of music together?
Yes.
That is the really good part of the song. I think, 100%. You know, while it's overproduced and the beat is a little lacking, the combination of different music styles is too cool not to talk about. What'd you rate it?
I rated this a 6.8 out of 10.
I rated it an 8 out of 10, actually.
Wow.
Purely because I was so impressed at the different music types coming together so well.
That's fair. I guess I'm rating this as like a longtime Yelawolf fan who's like critical of his,
yeah,
of his work.
I'm a first listener. I'm going to be a little easier on it because
That's
this
fair.
is my first kind of expanse into Yelawolf.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it does a good job about showing off what he's kind of about.
The outro. That is the last song, or the fourth song and the last song on this EP. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like the end of 8 Mile. And I'm like, you know, it makes sense with the influences, but that's just really what it felt like to me. Ed Sheeran really wasn't on this track at all, at least not lyrically.
I think this wasn't done as well as the rest of the EP.
Yeah, it's, in my opinion, it's not one of Yelawolf's best songs. I mean, there's so many to choose from. He's been around for over 10 years now. Mm-hmm. He's still he just released music a few weeks ago. But it's been 15 years. He's still like on the map. There's so much to choose from.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's not a bad song overall.
I just think it lacks the energy the rest of the EP had.
Yeah.
It lacks a lot of the energy, and it kind of sounds like when a YouTube DJ is ending their live stream.
That's
you
fucked.
know, just a little bit.
That's messed up, bro.
But it does.
I mean, yeah.
Think about that ending.
No, it kind of. No, yeah, that's fucked up. I'm sorry. I still agree with that. That's fucked. I will say my rating was probably lower on this song than yours. I ended up giving this a 6.5 out of 10.
I gave it a 7, so we're pretty close.
Okay, yeah. That's fair. Well, that does take us then into the album art. I like the album art on this quite a bit. I think it really, actually, honestly, it really caters to Yelawolf style more than Ed Sheeran's, in my opinion. I don't really see too much of Ed Sheeran's influence on this, considering some of Ed Sheeran's other album art. It's very Yelawolf influenced in the sense of like the deer being there, the radioactive like signage.
Yeah, I thought those pieces were really cool. I just pulled it up again to look at it real quick.
Yeah.
The radioactive sign seems like it's part of Yellow's brand, kind of.
At least at that time, because that was like right after his album release.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, like the contrasting ideas here. You know, the deer and the kind of radioactive, like nuclear stuff going on. It's cool thematically.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like the whole London Bridge thing, like them being on the bridge, is the Ed Sheeran part of it. But I just feel like other than that, like other than like the setting, there really isn't very much like Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
it's like
no,
Ed Sheeran
not.
isn't just a British guy, you know.
His font is here.
Yeah, it's like
that's about it.
You see Yelawolf's personality on this. All you see from Ed Sheeran is just like his nationality.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, he's British, and we know this. The Beatles were British, but that's not what defined them.
Yeah, I think it's like a solid 7.
I keep this at 8.5, which now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have rated it closer to an 8, because I really like the artwork. I think it's cool as hell.
I think the artwork is cool, but it doesn't incorporate much.
That's fair. I see it as incorporating more of Yelawolf style, and I'm more of a Yelawolf fan than I am an Ed Sheeran fan. To be honest, I don't really like Ed Sheeran that much. He's very talented, but yet again, I think I've just heard too much of him in department stores.
Yeah, probably. It's them retail jobs. They really get you, man.
They do. But nonetheless, that concludes this episode of Album Book Club EP reviews. Thank you for joining us in reviewing Yelawolf's The Slumdon Bridge. Make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe buttons, all 3 of them, before you leave. You know, you've already stayed so long, so why not?
You might as well. It's free. Come on, it's just free to do.
Hey,
Just
hit
do
the
it.
bell while you're at it too.
Yeah, hit the bell, hit the notification bell. Any buttons that you can hit that down here, hit them.
Yes, they're good, very good.